Well, good morning, vaping world. It's Jim Raines, the lesser man from the Vaping Militia. This is my first attempt at a video review, so I'm not going to have any of those fancy intros and outros. I'm just going to talk about what I found today. I I went out and visited my friends over at Baker White. Baker White is one of the premier, earliest sponsors of the Vaping Militia, and heavily involved in activism. Danny and Jody Baker over there have become good friends, and they are releasing tomorrow their new Odin line by Baker White. It is a high VG premium e-liquid made in Minnesota. First thing I'm going to talk about, and before I get into anything about the liquid itself, is the packaging. In the advocacy activism world, we're going through a lot of things right now. And we have a lot of juice manufacturers across the country that are just doing not even the absolute minimum for labeling. The Odin line really goes above and beyond. Love this packaging. The top is taped down. I already cut the tape. This happens to be the Odin by Baker White number 101. I also like their marketing here, and the fact that they don't tell you what the flavor profiles are. It's up to your palate to figure it out. And there's going to probably be a lot of reviews over the next couple of days or the next few weeks of these liquids. And I've tried them all. I sat down for a tasting session with Baker White this morning. I can tell you this line of juices it's a game changer. It really is. So I'm going to crack open the top here, and what do I find but a cool little vape band. Says Odin by Baker White on it. This has been marketed as a dripping line. However, after tasting it today, I know that I'm going to have it in my Nautilus tank and in my K-Fun. Pull it out. There's some foam on the top, and pulled out, and I've got a bottle like I've never seen before. I mean, literally, it's a frosted black glass bottle with a dripping, child-proof cap, dripping top on it. I mean, literally, it stays connected. You don't have to put on one of the separate ones. It's child-proof cap. It's got a great glass tube on it, and again, it's fantastic labeling. The really incredible logo on it, kind of the brownish paper, easily readable with the milligram level, the ingredients. And it says for the first time on Baker White juice, it says 70% VG, so it tells you what the VG is. And then it has a warning: Baker White Incorporated products are not a smoking cessation product and have not been tested as such. The US FDA has not approved this product for any use. This product is not intended to diagnose or treat any medical conditions. Then one of the things I really love on this is that it has the date that it was made. This 101 was made on July 16th, and a batch number. So it has the date that it was made, and it has a traceability number, so we can have the appropriate traceability if there is anything that goes on in the future. It also has the same warnings that were on the outside case. This, juice manufacturers, listen, this is good labeling. This is what the Vaping Militia would expect from a product for the consumer, that people consume and put in their bodies. Appropriate labeling, safety, traceability. It's just a fantastic job by Baker White and the team over there on the labeling of this, and a really beautiful effort. Now, I've already set up my device. I'm using my Odin mod that Mike Edwards made me. It's a DNA 30 with 2400 mAhs of dual lipo in here, fully charged. And I've got an Origin dripper on here. Now, and fresh cotton, I just put on sterile cotton that I got over at one of the local drugstores. And I'm taking it down to about 13 watts. I have a 0.5 ohm twisted 30 gauge dual coil vertical coils on this Origin. What I found when I was testing these which was just absolutely amazed me. I started out at about 12 or 13 watts, and I worked my way up to about 28 watts on every single flavor. Had distinct tastes, different throat hits, different intensifications of flavor and mutations of flavor as you went up the line, as you went in wattage for all of the liquids. I mean, it was just stunning what was happening, with the different tastes. Kind of try to figure out what the flavors are. They don't advertise what the profiles are. I can tell you that right now I'm doing 101. I know it's a tobacco based with some fruit, berry or stone fruit or something in there, but it's let's give it its first taste on cam, and I'm at 13 watts, and that gives me 3.5 volts on my DNA 30. So let's give it a first, and I know that this one's got a bit of a throat hit in the beginning. I'm using 6 milligrams, so I know that I think they come in 0, 3, and 6, and I think I might have should have went with the 3, but let's see. I am not a tobacco guy. I smoked cigars and pipes, and so I loved great tobacco for 30 years. I wasn't a cigarette smoker. I've been very public about that, and had a couple cigarettes when I was a kid. We all did. But for over 30 years, I smoked cigars and pipes routinely, and I have not enjoyed too many tobacco vapes since I started vaping almost a year ago. This is just very, very good. Vapor production, I mean, if you use on a 10 scale, vapor production at this low wattage is probably about a 7 or an 8, maybe 9. The throat hit is it's there with the tobacco at 6 milligrams on a dripper, probably 4 or 5. I'm one who doesn't normally go for a lot of throat hit. The flavors I get with this immediately is a tobacco, a very, very nice tobacco, pipe tobacco with a fruit finish, more on the top of the palate than I would expect. I would expect the fruit to hit me on the tongue, but at the low wattage, I'm not getting the fruit up forward. And it's some sort of berry that I'm getting with this. So I'm going to go ahead and ramp it up about 3 watts to 16. And so 16 watts and 3.5 volts. There we go. Fresh batteries, by the way. A definite change in the way the flavors. The tobacco is starting to mute a little bit. It's still there. It's still that nice pipe tobacco. Not a black, not a real sweet pipe tobacco, but a nice, Virginia leaf type tobacco. But I'm starting to feel and taste the fruit start to grow. I'm still getting that full tobacco taste and feel, less throat hit, but more tobacco more fruit as I raise this wattage. So I'm gonna go up to 20 now, and 20 seems to be the sweet spot for the majority of this line. And again, I tried all 6. vapors, the vapor production is obviously starting to increase as we heat up the vape. I'm getting more and more vapor condensation out of my mouth. I know that, I've argued the idea of once you get above a certain temperature, you can't get any more vapor. What you're getting is a warmer vape and you get more condensation out. But this is really, the vapor is starting to be much more visible as I do this. And the taste is just, oh my God. Because I wasn't a huge tobacco fan, I've had the tobacco start to mute down a little bit. The tobacco's still there. The tobacco is still, that nutty tobacco taste that you get, but we're getting an expansion of the juice on this. Man, keep going. 20. I'm gonna go up to 23. That was 20. Go up to 23. So I'm going to expect the tobacco to mute even a little more here, and start getting a greater intensification of the fruit. Yeah, the throat hit is down way down, down to a 2 or less. The taste is just, it started to mute out a little bit on this one. I think that 20 is the sweet spot for me, for my taste buds on this 101 liquid Odin by Baker White number 101. Again, 6 milligram. But it's just, oh man, I'm not a tobacco guy, and I'm just blown away. I could drip this. I could see myself at night, sitting in my easy chair, my Barker lounger. Sit back with a book, maybe some classical music on, and just vaping this at night. Oh my God, this is awesome. I'm absolutely blown away by how the flavors have rotated, and now I'm getting much more fruit, and I'm getting that fruit forward now. I'm getting that fruit on the front of my tongue. The tobacco is much less in my face. It's fuller across the whole palate, across top of the palate, and I have a great aroma in the room. It smells like my grandpa's pipe when I was a kid. Yeah. Okay. 26. Yeah. It's about the same as it was at 23. So listen, Odin by Baker White, number 101. It's a tobacco berry-ish. Fantastic labeling. Fantastic quality. I've tried a lot of juices. I've been a big fan of Five Ponds. The complexity, Perpetual Czech, the Grandmaster, the Queen Side, and this is just amazing. It's I think it's going to change the way we look at juices. It's not. This is a complex, complicated dripping line that produces great vapor, has fantastic taste. If you want, it's got the throat hit. All the things that we looked for, when we first started vaping, and as we have evolved as vapors, and as we become more mature in our vaping, when we've gone to higher VG and less throat hit, and looking for the clouds. This is drippers. This is, a lot of people are saying this is marketed to the cloud chaser. I can say from me, not being a cloud chaser, this could be equally marketed to the taste chaser, because the taste is phenomenal. So Odin by Baker White, number 101. Their new high VG premium e-liquid line. Check on bakerwhiteinc.com. Find out where the vendors are in your area. This could be a game changer. It really could. Thanks. Hey, Jim Raines, the lesser man from the Vaping Militia. Like I always say, be well, vape polite, and vape responsibly. Thanks.